Morning Frenchies. So in the light of the fact that we can't perform our services on campus, I just thought I'd give you a quick demonstration of some of the variances between Swedish massage and aromatherapy massage. On Moodle you currently have our normal routine. For aromatherapy massage you'll see the points are actually highlighted in grey. The other thing I have is just a different protocol, so I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of scooping and decongesting techniques from this one on the back first, and then I'll demonstrate a few of the variation techniques on our normal protocol. So starting on the back, the variances between our normal aromatherapy massage and Swedish massage. Aromatherapy includes lymphatic drainage and pressure points. Remembering when you do your basic effleurage to also include things like your Hawaiian lomi lomi, so using more of your forearm techniques to really get into the muscle fibers. Okay, making sure you're always inclusive of going down the arms and coming up and curving around the top of the deltoids up into the occipital. So with our aromatherapy techniques, if you come down to the base of the erector spinae, you're going to work on using a lot more pressure points, really releasing the tension and any lactic acid that you may feel as you work your way up. Making sure again that you don't stop short and you go all the way up to the base of the occipital. Be careful not to put too much pressure underneath that area. One of the other great techniques, which is on the additional protocol, is if you bring your hands in to like a goalpost, starting on the opposite side, and we are actually going to drain and decongest, focusing on draining towards the axillary or the inguinal, axillary being the underarm and the inguinal being the groin. So this is a great technique to decongest the area. The other technique that can be used as a variation is doing more your figure eights around your quadratus lumborum, and really making sure you use that palm pressure to drain as you're coming through. Your normal stretching techniques are a nice way to finish off, and then you can also finish off with again some more facial stretches and then some deployment. So either you're cupping, making sure that your hands are cupped, or some hacking. Again, solid palms, loose fingers as you work your way around the body. Moving on to our usual protocol that is on Moodle, I'm just going to show you a few of the little sections that are highlighted in grey that say lymphatic. Okay, so just moving on to the back of the leg. So our first move that we have is just an effleurage, remembering to always maintain your contact. And with aromatherapy, you don't need a lot of oil because we are doing more pressure points. In your normal massage, make sure that you expose the top part of the thigh, even coming into the base of the buttocks. So we're just effleuraging from ankles, okay, and then to the popliteal, which is the little node that sits on the back of the knee. Okay, so light feathering on the popliteal, so this is a lymphatic node. Okay, so we want to release any fluid that builds up in that area. Okay, and then effleurage all the way up. So it's really simple moves, it's not very long on the legs. Okay, it's only a 45-minute massage. So your effleurage, your feathering, and then you're draining all the way up to the base of the sciatic, which if you plant your forearm or your base of your palm, it should sit basically at the bottom of the sciatic nerve. Okay, and then connection, always finishing with a nice gentle pressure. Okay, so moving over to the front of your client's body, the front of the legs is very simple. So we've only got 2 movements. So we're just going to effleurage, okay, and then it says to hold at the inguinal for 3 seconds. So obviously you want to be very careful, it's a private area, so you can hold or just gently rub that area, okay, to obviously make sure that you're releasing that fluid. Again, effleurage massage down, and a connection movement. So very simple on the front of the legs. So starting with the aromatherapy massage on the stomach, making sure you've got a little bit of oil, you don't need a lot. Okay, so we want to make sure we're following the ascending, transverse and descending colon. Okay, so going around in a clockwise motion. So the first step is obviously just doing your circles. Okay, so following that line with the abdomen. Okay, so you would repeat that up to 3 times. The next move is our diamond, so coming up between the ribs, separating the palms out, lifting underneath the waist and draining into the middle. Okay, and our last move is just your broader circle, so a bigger version of the first movement. Again, following that same clockwise motion. Always remembering to finish off with some nice effleurage and complete. So starting with the arms, so we're just going to do an the deltoids and around the back of the move. We are just going to effleurage, and then we're going to hand in a C, working your way up and coming all the way around. C-grip and kneading around the top of the trapezius and the shoulders, the whole arm. Light thumb circles over the inner wrist, so this is where our lymphatic drainage comes into it. Draining the lymph all the way up. Just so you can see, I'll just lift up the arm a little bit, all the way into the auxiliary, so into that underarm area. Hold for 3 seconds. Then we're going to come down to our hands, turn the palm up, spread palm with fingers. Okay, and then make sure you do some extra pressure point work around the thumb and the forefinger. You could also turn this way. Making sure you're releasing all the tension within the hands, doing some pressure points around that area. And then again, finishing off with your connection and an effleurage. Starting with our décolletage, neck and shoulders, we're just applying the oil across the décolletage, behind the shoulders, down the elbows to the back of the neck. Okay, then we're going to go into doing some figure eights, so around that whole area. Okay, making sure that you cover the deltoids. Okay, focusing on pushing the excess lymphatics into the auxiliary, so into that underarm area around here. Circular kneading. Okay, all of these moves were done in your normal massage routine for Swedish. Okay, again focusing on really draining into that auxiliary area. So coming into the next move, effleurage, connection, support and roll. Okay, again similar moves to our Swedish, long palm draw ups. Remembering that with this massage, so we're going into our knuckling, this is where you as a therapist can really start to implement your own techniques. Okay, adding in some pressure points if you needed to. Come up occipital. You could spend more time working out any kinks, remembering how much clitomastoid, okay, and how much that pulls on your scapula. So all this releasing of tension. Okay, it's a great way to use your lymphatic drainage and your pressure point techniques to really finish off. Once you've finished, roll your client back. Okay, obviously you would repeat on the other side and then finish with some pressure on the temples. So continuing on with the aromatherapy massage on the face and head. So picking up where we left off, so figure eights at the temples, okay, using nice firm pressure. Drain the forehead, so using the pads of your thumbs, from medial to lateral. Then stroking it from the third eye lightly down to the chin. Okay, moving on, we're then doing stroking up from the third eye, okay, into the hairline, pressure points, the hairline to the crown. So nice firm pressure. Into our shampoo. So remember, this is just a brief version to show you some of the basic moves that you can incorporate into the best part of aromatherapy massage is you get to tailor your massage blends based on the essential oils you choose, and then also you can then use all of these variations of techniques learned in both Swedish and aromatherapy. So obviously you would massage during your shampooing, including at the base of the skull. You could turn your client's head from side to side if need be. You're then going to go in and we'll just rotate our client's head lightly, doing your massage. Okay. Then do your dog, your cat, which is a nice little massage technique. Repeat on the other side. Here. And our final move will be 5 seconds. Ask your client to take a nice deep breath in. Your aroma journey, your flower that you could waft over your clients. And that's the end.